pelotas. Me gusta cómo tiene el pelo, tiene más larguito, más barba. Uy, oh. Acabo de comer pechuga. Ya está saliendo ya por el orificio. ¡Yo! Estoy muerto por dentro. Mira, este ahí. Todo así.
Otto will want to know what happened in Cosnes. I expect he'll be in the mess.
Te lo has llamado, pero bien.
¿Qué tal? ¿Final Fantasy, Jesús?
Obvio.
Ah, como me sale que están en el foro, por eso te lo digo. Ay, no.
Clive, is everything all right?
No, no va todo bien. Han pasado 5 años y yo no me fui allí con el asunto. Cara de Sofía.
Ah, there you are, Clive. Word of your adventures arrived this morning. Victor sent us thanks.
I doubt Kupka will miss the fools he sent to catch me. Not a single one of the bearers we saved showed any interest in coming with us. No one seems keen to join hands with an outlaw. Any news while we were away?
None worth mentioning. Gav's still off keeping an eye on the Republican army. Should be back any day now.
Understood. If anyone needs me, I'll be in the map room.
Still can't work that one out. There must be better places than the hull of a gutted airship to bury your nose in a book.
Yet this is where she's chosen to be. And I'm sure she has her reasons.
Me encanta este personaje. Junto con Sid es uno de mis preferidos.
La voz que tiene en alemán me encanta porque es la de algún tipo de Marvel, pero no creo que era la de Misterio.
Trust I'm not intruding.
No sé.
Back from your mission? I'm beginning to think your habit of surviving cannot be attributed to luck alone.
One might say the same of you, Vivian Ninetails.
I'll have you know that only 4 attempts have been made on my life, and none was especially memorable. So, to what do I owe the honor? Could it be that you've come for one of my lessons?
Is that so hard to believe?
Very well then. Shall we start with the state of the realm? To absolutely no one's surprise, she finds herself at the mercy of armies and outlaws. Well, mostly armies. Though that's not for want of trying, is it, Clive? But the real question is, how did we get here? Long though Sambrek's dominion over northeastern Storm has endured, recent days have seen the Blight wrest ever more land from her grasp. For which reason she has continued to wage war on her rival across the strait, hoping to claim less blackened pastures. But Odin would sooner pawn his sword than Waloed relinquish Ash. And the Empire pays dearly for every blade of grass bent beneath Sambrequois boots. Little wonder then that Sylvester set his sights on the crystalline dominion, an altogether easier target, possessed of no less ether. It was 5 years ago. While you were busying yourself with the destruction of Drake's head, that the Empire made its move, subjugating its theretofore neutral neighbor. A nation which could legitimately claim to be the center of the world. Certainly, there is no better place to stage an army. From there, the Holy Empire's reach spans the Twins. The non-aggression treaty was the only thing keeping them in check. But if they truly broke the pact without provocation, it is only a matter of time before others reply in kind. The Holy Empire, the Dalmekian Republic, the Kingdom of Waloed, and of course, our friends in Yaran. Who will be left standing, I wonder, when the last drop of blood is spilled?
Esto cada vez se parece más Waterons.
You were born in Twinside. Do you not fear for your home?
Oh, dark clouds are wont to gather over the Dominion. Yet in spite of it all, she has ever endured. And when the storm has passed, I am confident she will remain. Now, as to the matter of payment for today's lesson, complete a simple errand for me and we shall consider ourselves even.
Even? Right.
Return this volume to old tomes in the shelves. Tell him it was adequate.
I suppose it wouldn't hurt to visit our resident historian.
Hither yon dance autumn winds atop the rotten pier.
Welcome back, Sid. How am I getting on? Oh, about as well as you'd expect of a barmaid pouring sour ale for penniless outlaws in the middle of the Deadlands. And it'd be worse than that if Molly here didn't make the best stew this side of Stonehair, even if it is mostly just yesterday's leavings. Don't tell her you heard that from me, though.
No, en la nueva guarida.
Already, are you?
Sí. Mira, métete en el compartir para que veas. Pues mira aquí.
Para abajo, para abajo, para abajo. Ahí va, barra verbal, vaya.
Ahí, a esa tía te da una por 1000 y si invitas a todos 10.000.
Tienes que haberte gastado 36.000.
You look like you could do with a drink.
Ah, no, una son 500. Invitar a todos 10.000.
Might be a mo.
Ojo,
Oh, keep your mug handy.
Is it business or pleasure? If you're gonna buy something, be quick about it.
Música, tío. Hostia, elixir.
You'll not find a better price than that.
Is that all?
Clive? What do you want?
Uy, nueva espada.
Should last you a good while.
Equipado para la ocasión. Otro feo. Sí. Equipado para la ocasión. A A ver, ¿qué era tu trofeo? Por haber fabricado mejorado 5 piezas de equipo. No, aquí no hay nada más. Ah, sí, ¿qué tenemos aquí?
Have you been to the toll? I hear a new shipment's just arrived. Lawsman Harpocrates.
Arpócrates.
Now that is a name I have not heard for a long time. So long, in fact, I had half forgotten it was mine. Welcome home, Clive. You were missed, as always.
I believe this belongs to you. Vivian asked me to return it.
Already? Our resident scholar devours books faster than young Tet does lemon tarts. Would that I could do the same. But alas, I no longer possess the necessary constitution for such indulgence, either in words or tarts. That said, I have continued my search for mention of the creature you encountered at Drake's Head. But without access to the great libraries of Oriflamme or the Dominion, I regret that I have been able to find little and less. I am sorry.
Please, don't apologize. I'll send word to our associates. See if they can't furnish you with more books.
I fear it is not more books that I require, but the right ones. Mayhap we look in the wrong places. There are still libraries to the north.
I'll see what I can do.
You are too kind. There are not many in this world who would indulge the whims of a tired old historian.
Not too tired to go filching Kubo nuts, though. Always got a pocket for him. Nicks him off the Moogle.
Hush now. We all know there's no such thing as Moogles.
The twins seem well.
Aye. Yet they laugh far too little for one so young. The loss of their parents weighs heavy on them, however well they hide it. Titan took much from us that night, from some more than others, and the wounds that remain, they are not quick to heal.
Which is why we must give them all the time they need.
That we must. Just as I must give you the time you need to recuperate. Good day, Clive.
Good day. Gav will be back soon. I should get some rest while I can.
How good it is to see you, Clive. I don't believe you've read this particular chapter before. There is a rather fascinating excerpt I've been meaning to show you.
Se ha pirado.
Qué bien huele todo esto.
If you have a question for me, I should be happy to answer it.
Ningún tipo de reacción con lo que pasó ayer. Tal cual.
Coño, si la tuve.
Tengo que verlo.
Lo que pasa es que no me puse a llorar ni nada de eso.
No llorar tampoco, pero a ver. Jesús dice que no has movido ni la pestaña.
No, ¿por qué? Estoy leyendo. Vivían 9 cuentos. Víctor. Aquí está. Me dio coraje que apareciera el hermano y no hubiera un reencuentro ni nada.
Bueno, en parte lo hubo.
Ya metió al tío ese dentro de... Lo capturó y lo puso en la prisión como dentro de él.
Bien visto, Sherlock. Eres el hostia, tú eres el hostia.
Patrona de la Cuba y la corona. Hostia, murió el cocinero. Besito. Joder, vende huérfanos, tío. Isabel. Isabelle.
Estás puto sordo, mago, tío.
Puta zorra esta. Joder, tío. Oh. Joder. puta este. Hombre sospechoso, mis cojones. Muerto me cago. Chica de las medicinas, huérfano que elabora y vende medicina. Ah. Me queda.
¿Tú lo conoces? Sí. ¿Qué es este meta? Corre. Mira cómo lo bota. Mira cómo lo baila.
Estaba silenciada.
Ya. No me
Sí.
digas. No me había dado cuenta que se mueve la boca y no. ¡Muerto! Ay,
Did you learn everything you needed?
Bueno, más vale.
Not back a blink and you're already off solving everyone's problems. It looks good, Clive. Goes well with the scowl.
I'd had that brand for so long. I'd forgotten what life was like without it. What it was like to be myself. And it's all thanks to you, Talia.
The scalpel did most of the work. Ah, before I forget, a rider was here with a letter from Gav. Otto left it on your desk.
Otto stole us. All right, I'll have a look.
And then you get some rest.
What could Gav have thought worthy of a letter?
Once the hall's swept, it's over to the tavern crowd.
¿Verdad?
Otto was here earlier with a letter from Gav. He left it on your desk. What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance. The one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only come on. This power I've been granted. We might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
¿Se acuerda?
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima. If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does. world without mother crystals. To sit.
Joshua. Ay, no me jodas que lo podemos controlar.
Vaya guapada, tío. And so the North is lost.
I knew that the blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
Master Clive, a moment, if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway,
Marta
I'll be in the
desapareció.
mess when
No.
you're finished.
Very well.
Tiempos oscuros.
What would make Martha leave the rest?
Las secundarias. Hola, señora.
What do we know, Otto?
Some lads from the Imperial garrison in Rosaria started a fight over at Martha's Rest. Blood was spilled, bones were broken. The usual. But somewhere in the middle of it all, Martha vanished without a word to anyone. And that ain't like her, Clive. Something's not right.
You think this was planned?
Of course it bloody was. Ever since Eastpool, the Empire's been tightening its grip around the Duchy's balls. They've strung up everyone who's ever set eyes on a runaway, claiming they're traitors to the Holy Throne, conspiring to restore the House of Rosfield to power. And now it sounds like the bastards have turned their attentions to the pallbearers meek enough to stay put. Naturally, old Martha could see the way the wind was blowing, complained that it was getting harder and harder to take bearers in.
And now she's missing. If she's fallen into the hands of the Empire, we could be next.
Couple of curse breakers are already on their way to the inn. They should speed up the search. But if this is as bad as I think it is, you might end up having to save their asses and all.
Don't worry, Otto. I'll make sure everyone gets home safe.
With that
Welcome back, Sid.
Damn blighted bilge. Is everything all right?
Aside from the holes in my hull, everything's roses.
The lake water doesn't agree with it, then?
That's one way of putting it.
Bueno, Pablo, deja
And
ya de
unless
spoilear,
you've got
hostia.
some grand scheme to suck the black from the lake like we do in the atrium, that slurry will keep eating away at the timber like young Tech does our lemon tarts. Suppose a coat of pitch might stave off the rot for a moon or so, assuming we had any pitch, which we don't. Not any bloody more. Doubt the old tub's got more than a dozen runs left in him.
Of course, Obolus. Your skiff is our only means of reaching the mainland. Without it, we'd be lost.
Well, I'm glad someone round here sees it that way. To make pitch, you need pitch trees. But in case you haven't noticed, live trees are one of the 1,000 things now.
¿Qué sé, mijo?
Well, I'm not so unkind as to ask you to fell, and it just so happens I once heard the thorny pictures of curled tail.
Sounds easier than felling a faraway.
Dar brea, pulir brea. Dar brea, pulir brea. Masa secundaria primero.
¿Tú se la has reconocido?
Jan,
¿Qué?
está hablando Sophie.
¿Qué pasó?
Que te he preguntado que quién te referías tú antes, a quién habías conocido.
Ah.
Joshua.
No, a Vivian. Una tía nueva ahí que no sabía quién era.
No. Primero que tú has dicho mi comentario falso y tú no estás escuchando. Porque yo no he preguntado por una tía nueva. Tú has dicho, hostia, lo has reconocido. ¿Quién? Y ahora me dices tú, Vivian, que es una tía nueva.
Ah, no, que se acordaban de Joshua, que pensaban que no le iban, que le iban a olvidar y tal. Cuando lo vieron allí.
¿Quién?
Gilly Guy.
Su hermano. Lo iba a olvidar.
Que pensé que iba a ser en plan lo típico, que pensaría que era un sueño, cosas así y tal, pues no, se lo recordaba.
Con una pluma de Fénix en la mano.
Bueno, él reconoce...
Y me dice el nota, el mismo nota, que está diciendo esta chorrada, me está diciendo, ya os vi venir que sí moría. Pero...
Bueno, pero también reconoció a Jill por una lágrima, ¿eh? También te digo.
Easier than felling a forest, I said. A tree does have teeth.
¿Sos amigo a Jesús?
¿Se llama Pickle?
Ah, que no escuché el pique. Como no te responde.
Tú estás con la... Estás ahí asombrado. Tú estás con la misión secundaria. A ti no te espera nada.
I can't imagine Obolus needing any more than this. Time to head home.
¿Dijiste de Marta?
Escucha, Marta...
¿En serio? Tarde,
Well, did you find...
Find is one way of putting it.
Ugh. Reeks like a chocobo.
Margot.
Yeah. So...
What happened here?
Come on. We need to find the others.
I'm sorry, Sid. We were too late. The Imperials have already left.
We're best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
Let's get you to a physical, shall we?
Sid? What said you'd be coming?
I trust you don't mind. Also thought you might need some help. And it appears he was right.
You, could say that, yes. They're saying the Imperials ascended like a storm. No one was spared their fury. Martha tried to step in and calm things down, but all our efforts got her were a pair of iron shackles and a hard march.
Any idea where?
Judging by their tracks, they headed towards Sorrowwise Bay.
To the Abbey, sheltering Martha's bearers.
The bastards. Jill and I will go after them. You take care of the people here.
We will. But, before you go, one of the locals heard something. He said the soldiers were talking about a culling. I don't know how big this is, but it doesn't sound good. Be careful out there, Sid.
You do the same.
Cole is right. That was no tavern brawl. It was a message.
But a culling. Bearers are the property of the Empire. The garrison wouldn't have the authority to act alone. The orders would have had to have come from higher up.
Horses touch an arrow on Martha's head. Oh, kill all boys.
Up ahead. Martha, are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds, poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Black Shields? Is this some sort of twisted joke? There has only ever been one Order of Shields in Rosaria. They ought to defend all her citizens.
Seems a step too far, even for the Empire. Are we too late?
There might still be someone inside.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offense.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law. To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn. On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long. Is that all of them?
I think so.
I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
No puede ser verdad. No me lo puedo creer.
La primera vez que
No
me matan,
puede
tío,
ser
en todo
verdad.
el
Te
juego.
acabo de matar la primera vez en 30 horas. ¿Cómo la palmó,
The abbot.
chaval? ¡Qué hostia se ha llevado! Yo también me lo he comido, pero a mí no me ha matado.
No sé por qué a mí sí. Me faltaba esto de vida. ¿No más?
The bearers died protecting him. Calling upon what little magic they had left in their bodies.
Fin de la partida.
Clive. He's breathing.
We're friends of Martha. We're here to help.
Are the Imperials dead?
They are. Every last one.
If only that were true. The Black Shields will return. The cullings will continue. Rosaria will never be saved unless we save her. Tell Martha to beg Sid's aid and tell her this wasn't her fault.
I shall.
Sid, where are you? Sid!
In here! We found a survivor!
Clive. He's gone.
We've laid the abbot to rest. But the bearers... they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
¿Qué es esto? Arimán clase S. Sí. Son escorias. Vaya por ahí. Muerto.
¿Sabes dónde no puedes meter eso?
Por el mojino.
Sí. Mojino, me hace gracia cuando dice.
Do you think it's spotted us, Torgal?
What am I saying? Of course it has. It's a floating eyeball. I failed.
¿Te ha matado?
Hostia, te quita toda la vida. Yo que me había quedado ahí pensando a ver qué pasaba y me quita toda la vida.
Try not to move. You'll only make it worse.
I know.
Hostia. Yo pensé que me había quitado la vida. Yo... La mata otra vez, ¿no? De pinta, ¿no?
Oi, look sharp.
Pobrecito. Yo se queda petrificado.
Thank you, Founder.
Una bomba detrás de otra.
Sí. Te lo di. Piso.
It's over.
Tan 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 tan. Tan.
You didn't see that coming.
Coño.
That must be the bridge.
¿Qué? Mataba a Christian.
Es la primera vez que me matan en 30 horas, tío. Una tontería que me ha hecho, tío. Por quedarme, por faltarme un poquito de vida, tío, me ha matado.
No te ha faltado poquito de vida, ¿eh?
So shall the
No te ha
waters
faltado
cleanse
poquito
thee
de
if
vida.
I burn.
Te ha hecho... Tú no has visto cómo te ha bajado la barra en un momento y te ha quitado toda la barra entera. Tú
Y
estabas viendo vida.
le estaba dando a la poción y no iba.
Bridge out to sea.
Claro, porque tenías que salir del círculo. No, pero
No sé, el
aquí se la ha
círculo
matado
era
Mike
todo el
Wazowski.
recinto. ¿En serio te ha matado un Mike?
No, pero porque me he quedado ahí a ver si me mataba entero y al final se me mató yo. Hostia, me quitó toda la vida entera. Hasta otra vez.
A mí me pasa lo mismo, Cristian. Yo me
What of the Imperials?
estaba hablando con Jesús y no me lo he tomado.
A pyre was
Yo
made.
estaba con una mano rascándome y con la otra dando de ¿qué pasa? Y de repente... Oh.
Yo tampoco me lo esperaba.
Además, ahora, cuando te vayas a la guarida ahora, ¿vale? Bueno, no, creo que tienes que hacer una o dos misiones principales en la guarida. Y entonces, puedes hablar con el Mogri. Y el Mogri te lo va a decir. Cuidado con esos bichos que te hacen insta-kill. Ya, gracias. Esto me hubiese venido bien antes. Pero ya lo sé. Gracias, Mogri.
Que se por nada.
Y me lo he llevado.
Creo que 4 no hay, ¿eh? Hay 3 más.
Sí.
Mira el espacio que hay aquí.
It's more than they deserve. We should go back. Cole is worried about Martha.
All right.
Hostia, esto es una setada. Esto lo que yo no.
best off staying where we are for now, I reckon.
No one survived then.
I'm sorry. Before he passed, one of them bade me tell you not to blame yourself.
Doesn't mean I won't. Doesn't mean their blood's not on my hands. Cole said you cast their remains. That was good of you. But it should have been me. This was all my fault.
How? You couldn't have known.
But I did. And I turned a deaf ear to the warnings like the fool I am. The rumors started moons ago. Of black-clad devils descending on villages in the dead of night to slit the throats of sleeping bearers. But I assumed it was all just nonsense concocted by the Empire. Nothing but a ghost story meant to make folk think twice about lending a hand to a fugitive bearer.
And in ordinary times you would have been right. What these Black Shields are doing is unthinkable. Which begs the question, why do it at all? My mother obviously has a hand in this. I cannot make sense of her actions.
And picking what goes on in that woman's head is a job for someone with more time on their hands. Right now, I need swords and men to wield them, preferably big ones. If those Imperials think they can come in here again and threaten my people, they're in for a rude awakening. Oh, before I forget, a Stolas from Otto landed just before you arrived. He asked me to tell you that Gav has returned.
Then we must as well. Will you be all right here, Martha?
We can stay longer if you wish.
No need. I'll be ready should the Imperials come calling. Though I wouldn't turn my nose up if you were to lend me a pair of them strapping young curse breakers.
Misión cumplida.
Try not to move. You'll only make it worse.
Oi! You handy with that sword? Of course you are. Now, question is, are you willing to...
Chocobos.
You heard me right. And not just any chocobo. Whiteheart and her flock are the...
Chocobos.
It's true. Why, well, go on then. There's a...
Where can I find...
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. You say, and don't worry.
I'm sure I...
Good luck to you.
Whiteheart. That's quite a name for a chocobo. A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds. Looks like it went that way. These chocobos aren't going down without a fight.
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
Oh. And why's that, eh?
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off. Or better still, how about we hurt you both?
All right then. But don't say I didn't warn you. You're safe now. White Heart, I presume.
Está viva. El pajaraco está vivo.
Do you know her, boy?
Pensaba que te que descubrir esto una misión secundaria. Una coja. Vaya por Dios. Ah, ¿te das cuenta? ¿Eh? ¿Te que esto en cinemática?
Ambrosia.
Ambrosia.
It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, well, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry. I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems her pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
Qué guapa la montura.
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
Ah, a few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my car on the road, didn't you? No. No, that can't be right. That fellow was a bearer.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way. Good luck to the both of you.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
Pero es el único camino que da más al sur donde no se puede ir.
Ahora puedes montar en Ambrosía.
Llámala.
Voy.
Good girl.
Fiel montura, trofeo. Ah, pero me da pena, el perito va... Torgar va... Poisito.
Run like the wind.
Joder, todo otra cosa, ¿no? Es toda otra cosa. Vamos para la guarita.
Where's Gav?
believe how I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's Head?
Hermano, esto
And
parece
how
Minas
pissed
Tirith,
off all the
jodido.
other nations were that they didn't think to do it first.
Estoy en la cinemática.
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
Well, the two nations beat their shields. The rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the Mother Crystals. Four Mother Crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath near Ironhome. Drake's Fang in Dhalmekia. Drake's Spine in Waloed. And Drake's Tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's Fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's Breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rossfield.
Lord Byron Rossfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rossfield. And you're a Rossfield, of course.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune. Along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
¿Ya terminé lo que me estaba diciendo Sophie?
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué te has puesto?
Coño, por la ciudad esa, tío. Qué guapa que estaba.
¿La qué?
La ciudad esa, qué guapa estaba. No me acuerdo de quién era, pero me recordaba un montón de Minas Tirith, tío. Porque era súper blanca. La ciudad blanca. No sabes cuál te digo. Que no me acuerdo, a ver si ahora me acuerdo el nombre.
¿Pero qué es lo que pasa en el juego? No puedo...
No, eso que la enseñaron me quedé flipando porque me encantó más que la otra. Que la del Sacro Imperio.
What are we waiting for?
A ver, veo que este tío me dice que tiene número mercancía. Me meto aquí y no hay mercancía nueva. ¿Pero tú me quieres tomar el pelo o qué pasa?
Indeed.
Pero yo no sé, ¿qué...?
Sí, secundaria.
Well, don't just stand there, gob. again.
Oh, don't. I think it's all right to touch. I'm not much bothered either way.
What do you need? So, what'll it be? Anything else?
Won't be long now, Martel. See, I was hoping to speak to you.
Is everything all right?
Oh, yeah, it's just, well, as you know, we've been trying to grow fruit down here.
It's good to know that something of the old hideaway still lives on.
Martel's pride and joy. It was a sapling when she rescued it from the rubble, but look at it now. All our hard work's finally paying off. I took it on, you see, after she died, and now the fruit's finally ready to eat. And not only is it ready, it's actually tasty. Sweet as you like, in fact. She bred the bitter right out of it.
Impressive. And welcome news to more than a few, I'd say.
I thought this first harvest could go to the curse breakers, on account of all they do.
It'll be nice.
Oh, she always had a... Here you go. You hear that, Martel?
Did you come through the forge today?
And you say Sid built this place? There was a time I only had eyes for Otto. But then I saw the light, and his name is
What's the matter? The hunt board? It's where the curse breakers post sightings of particularly... Just because they can't be dealt with when they're spotted, doesn't mean... Right. The people of Valestia, the last thing that perhaps I can.
So Martha's all right.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Oh, Clive!
The patrons, does that mean...
Oh, no, that's still me. It's just Karen as I still catalogue... Words are immortal. Your benefactors are a generous lot. Come again. I may have more for you.
Clive! Quick look. Think you can help?
And how may I assist you today? One would think. I admit. A far more my beloved homeland. Or at least... How may I help you today? Here's the latest information I have. One must understand one's place in the world. Very good.
You two look like you could use something to eat. Here. Courtesy of Martel.
Martel. Now, where
Weren't she the girl from the photo?
Cool.
I am.
Please, she had
A gift from the back.
Blimey, these take me back. Old Sid was he didn't have them right.
That's up.
planning on keeping that. Hang on. I'm glad to see someone carried on what she start. Reckon she'd be Clive. Tell the lad down in the backyard.
Well, you can leave the basket with me.
That was the last of the apples. I should head to the backyard and pass along everyone's regards.
Me echa una caca. Ahora vengo.
¿Eh? ¡Ah! ¡Hazlo! ¿Cómo osas? ¿Cómo osas? Uy, se ha ido Cristian.
¿Has hecho
¿He hecho qué?
¿Has hecho lo que te dije con el escudo del nuevo poder?
Sí, ya me han saltado el trofeo.
¿Has visto qué guapo la animación?
Sí.
Me encantó, tío, la demo, tío.
Pero creo que si tengo que decidirme, prefiero el poder de Garuda, en verdad.
El de Gruto lo quito yo.
Si yo quito a Garuda y me he puesto este, pero... Una vez más, le pido que me babá. ¿Tú qué estás haciendo? ¿Mission principal?
Sí, lo de mí.
Voy una por delante, más o menos.
Yo voy a hacer esta y ya voy a descansar un poco, voy a merendar. Ponte a ver YouTube y YouTubeo.
tu hermano del perro?
Lo de la apariencia, que él se creía que cuando tú le pones cambiar la apariencia, lo que tú has visto antes, se ponía el perro así.
Y la verdad que no.
Y ve que no.
Acabo de ver.
Dice, ¿será un bug?
Por un
Digo, no,
momento yo
pero...
también lo pensaba. No, eso no. El perro no está hecho para eso. Eso no tiene nada que ver con bug. Por favor, Pablo, después de 40 horas deberías saber eso. No tiene sentido poder tú cambiar el perro como a ti se te antoje. Solo tiene que hacer el perro en el momento adecuado. Y que todavía no sabemos por qué hace eso. Esto es una zona de combate como un demonio, Picker. Así que ya lo sabemos para otra, por si nos dicen, hay un bicho raro y no sé dónde está. Vale, pues yo sé dónde hay una zona de combate, voy a buscar ahí. Ven, perrito, vámonos. Vamos a hablar con la paguata, a ver qué. A ver qué nos va a hacer esta chachara. Manos a la obra. He subido 31, pica, yupi. Por favor. ¿Qué pasa?
No. ¿Eh?
Te duele el culo.
No. Hoy salió fino Filipina.
Ah.
I hear there's trouble in Rosario.
I think it's alright to touch him.
No sabes con las ganas que voy a coger mis putas vacaciones, la verdad.
Pero te queda nada.
Si en julio pasa y puede pasar que, uy, qué mal me siento, pues menos.
The Cursebreakers sent their thanks. And their compliments. They were clearly very fond of Martel.
They remembered her. After all these years. I suppose she was very kind. She put when she died,
And through you.
I didn't do anything really, but...
By the way, Otto's expecting some of your crop.
Of course not. they like your fruit?
Do you think it was wise to leave, Gav? He didn't seem pleased.
I needed his eyes and nose in Dhalmekia. I'm not about to let Kupka take us unawares. Besides, he has a knack for that sort of thing.
That he does.
And wasn't it Sid who said that matters such as these are best left to dominance? Especially should one of his beloved opportunities to grow and change present itself.
I always knew that I would return one day. Return to Ironhome.
For what?
After learning the truth, you were given the chance to face your past. If I am to continue at your side, I must do the same.
We will face it together then.
To the end.
To the
Come on.
Ya terminé.
How far do you think your mother's reach extends? Will we find the same tragedy in the south as we did at Martha's Rest?
More than likely. Which is why we should hurry. There are still many settlements between here and Port Isolde. We visit as many as we can, and hear their stories. Starting with the village of Amber.
Joder.
Sienta lo de mi mesa, se me queda mirando y a mí se me han acabado, ¿vale? Y se me ha olvidado comprarle nuevos. Se cree que me queda mirando yo. ¿Cómo le digo yo a la perra que ya no tengo más? ¿Vale? Porque se cree que no le quiero dar y se me queda mirando con una carita de pena y que no tengo.
Sí, tío.
Sí. Por cierto, Cristian,
¿Qué?
¿tu canal tiene el ajuste ese de que es canal no apto para niños?
Pues no lo sé.
Date cuenta que estás streameando un juego de más de 18 años. Y si tu canal no tiene eso puesto que lo pueda ver cualquiera, cuidado.
Pues no lo sé, la verdad. Se lo tiene puesto.
Tienes que meterte en los ajustes y no me acuerdo en dónde, pero en plan que no tienes contenido apto para menores y tienes que activarlo, porque así no sale la sugerencia a cualquiera, sino sale lo de este contenido bla 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 y hay que verificar.
Sí, sí está activado.
Vale. ¿Tú hoy estás toda la noche?
No, en una hora me voy más o menos.
¿A la playa?
Sí. Hay que aprovechar.
Sí.
Ahora vengo.
Pica. Missy, Missy phone. La rodilla no, Miski. Joder. Hemos dicho que no. Hostia.
Ahora vengo, Pi.
chupa. Tío puta, tío.
Ah,
Venga, otra vez para atrás. ¿Yo qué soy? ¿Correo?
está congelado, güey.
Como tu corazón.
Vaya por Dios. ¿Podré jugar con una mano?
Sí, puedes. Ponte lo que tú me mandaste ayer. Ponte el modo accesible.
Ponte su normal.
Mockery of justice is what it is. Lord Elwyn would never have stood for this.
Quiet, you! Nothing, we're loyalists.
Jill, look.
Mira cómo chupa, mira. Mira cómo chupa.
Rosaria must be cleansed of the stain which befalls her, that she might rise once again from the ashes to welcome a new dawn.
Somos las personas más subnormales.
It would be a pity to make examples of you all for the transgressions of but a handful.
Of course, your lordship. You shall have our full cooperation.
Tú estás pensando lo mismo, no me des la cabeza, boquilla, que te va a marear.
There's barely room to hide a bearer.
Cristian, ¿qué pasa cuando Jesús se traga una mosca?
No sé.
Tiene más cerebro en la barriga que en la cabeza.
Lo peor es que es verdad. Ay, que se me corre. Ya se va a poner la bancueva ya.
En la cueva dice, sí que tú estás en una feria.
Además de verdad.
Sí que tú
Por
estás
la
en una
noche.
feria.
Está rico, cabrón.
Ya veo, Piquer. Se nos va a pasar para la otra orilla. ¿Te has cortado el pelo, por cierto?
Oye, chicos, ya ahora, joder. Tengo un calor.
Joder, por 12
Bueno,
minutos no me va a decir tú que te va a dar más calor que...
Dudo que se lo haya cortado, ¿eh? Se lo habrán cortado.
Vale, pero cuando una persona española le pregunta a otra persona española que si se ha cortado el pelo, se pregunta que si se ha cortado el pelo. No, oye, ¿te han cortado el pelo?
Al final la mosca va a ser verdad, ¿eh?
Aquí se dice, tan pelado, y aquí dicen, no, me han tomado el pelo.
Pero...
Eso me dice mi tu padre. Lo dije cuando lo vi.
Mi padre es un mamá,
o sea, la segunda vez digo, ¿te has pelado? Y dice, no, me han tomado el pelo. Y polla, tío. Y es famoso de pueblo, ¿eh?
No se nota que es de Sevilla. Bueno, de Sevilla. O sea, él dice que es de Sevilla, yo todavía no me lo creo, pero bueno.
Mira el pintalabios de los perros.
Eso es de pueblo. Ya te lo digo yo.
No le ha dicho ciudad. Eso tú no estás viendo lo que está haciendo. Están los dos riéndose como si hubieran hecho el chiste más bueno del mundo.
Ay, Dios, me muero.
Cuando el chiste más bueno del mundo fue el 26 de diciembre.
Mira, porque de Jesús se está riendo, me reí.
¿Por qué? ¿Por qué el 26 y no el 27 o el 25? A ver.
Porque es cuando nació el gilipollas este.
No había caído,
¿En serio
tío.
no lo habíais
No había
pillado?
caído, tío. No había caído.
Yo tampoco,
No puedo.
Yo tampoco había caído.
No me lo puedo creer.
Hostia, tío, lo pillé yo y lo de la mosca.
¿Cuándo llega la hora de calor? ¿Cuándo llega la hora de calor?
Mañana.
A ver si llega ya y te difunde, hijo de...
Eso te lo dije yo el otro día, hijo de puta.
Sí. A mí te funde. Hijo de puta. Me cago en los cadetes de su puta madre.
Míralo, eso, míralo. Eso ya no es como en el lado,
¿Cómo disfruta con el galipo, tío?
Se aflea que no me tomaba uno, tío.
Mira, me pregunto por qué.
Eso es lo que me comí yo pícale
Ha dicho
en el
hace
restaurante
play
del
que no se tomaba uno, pero nunca ha clarificado si era porque no se lo metió por la boca o porque nunca ha tenido uno.
La última vez que yo me comí un calipo fue en el restaurante del zoológico de Leipzig.
No.
Es verdad.
Un calipo.
Pero no te lo comiste así, porque si no la gente se hubiera quedado mirando.
Nada de fresa, nada de Coca-Cola era.
Ah, Coca-Cola, qué rico.
Aquí típicamente son de Coca-Cola.
Aquí también los hay, pero prefiero de fresa.
Creo que el de fresa no lo he probado nunca.
Está bueno.
El
de naranja también.
Es el mejor.
¿Eh?
El de fresa es el mejor de los mejores.
El naranja también está bueno.
Oh, Dios mío. ¿Qué? Mierda de tiempo.
Bueno, vamos a seguir.
You fancy dancing a gallows jig like the miller's son?
You're a long way from home, aren't you? Keep to the roads now.
Excuse me, but what was all that about earlier?
You haven't heard? Someone's been stirring up trouble. There have been attacks on the garrison, supplies stolen. They even say a Black Shield was murdered. The Empire wants answers, and what the Empire wants, the Empire gets.
Don't they just?
Keep your ears open, eh? The Black Shields will pay good coin for information on the culprits. You'd have to be dull as a sack of stones to think you could take on the Empire. What with their 100 full legions?
100? I heard it were 1,000.
You seen him, didn't you?
I'm sorry.
The Black Shields. Just now. You seen them, didn't you? At least I think they was the Black Shields. Can't say I ever saw one before.
Was this the first time they visited the village?
What do you think? Amber's the arse end of nowhere. And they thought we might be harboring firebrands. Oh, if only we were. I might have turned them in and become a Black Shield myself.
You don't think these firebrands the Empire is looking for could be us, do you?
I don't know.
How'd you get it?
But we need to find out. Greetings, friend. We are travelers.
I know that. What do you want?
We couldn't help noticing those Imperial soldiers who were here earlier.
Don't you go telling these strangers a thing. I speak for the people of this village, and we have nothing more to say to you.
You are to leave Amber and never come back.
May I at least ask why?
I don't know who you are or what brings you here, but your presence puts us all in grave danger. The Empire is a harsh master. Its demands are great, and its justice swift. But as long as we keep our heads down and pay our tributes, we are left alone. Some might call it submission. But if it will spare my people the Viceroy's wrath, then I will gladly submit. This village will not become another East Pole.
Then we shall be on our way. These people live with a knife to their throats. In the mistaken belief that if they cooperate, my mother will show them mercy.
Obedience bought with fear.
Are you all right?
Sorry,
Hey.
It's nothing. We still don't know who the Black Shields are looking for.
Well, whoever they are, the Imperials deem them worth pursuing to the back of beyond. But other than Martha, who else in Rosario?
Cuidado con la Play.
Por eso le digo, a mí me entró aquí una vez una sobrecarga con la Play 4 y se me apagó. La primera vez en mi vida. Ah, Dios mío, cómo me duele la cabeza, chaval. Hostia. ¿Por qué no va alguien de ustedes mañana al trabajo para mí? Bueno, es que ustedes en ortografía, sobre todo tú, con el A, E, O. Este es otro con las moscas en la barriga. Por favor, revisa todos los textos que tú mandas y mira cuántas veces está la H detrás en vez de delante. Ignorada.com. Si ignoro, no me hablan. Como los niños chicos, ¿sabes? Cuando se quedan quietos, se esconden detrás de sus manos, detrás de una... yo qué sé, algún trapo o así. Si no me ven, no estoy.
No estoy.
Ay. Yo te juro, yo no sé cómo le han dado trabajo a esa pava, la del año pasado. Porque sigue habiendo mierda dentro de la base de datos. Cuando tú tienes una traducción, todo lo que tú traduces se guarda en una base de datos para que si en algún tiempo el cliente viene otra vez y tiene las mismas frases, no le cobres una segunda vez y no puedes decir, ah, mira, eso ya se ha traducido una vez. Y por eso te meten ya cosas de esas porque dice el sistema, ah, mira, conozco esta frase, esta ya existe.
A new ally would certainly be welcome.
Sigo encontrándome cosas que
Find them
digo,
before
yo
the
no
Imperials
sé
do.
cómo esta persona me dice a mí que
Perhaps
es
the
de
next
España,
village will yield more
es
answers.
madrileña y sabe español. Y luego me dice, no, si yo no, ¿sabes? El año pasado cuando le hemos echado en cara, digo, señora, usted no está entendiendo el alemán, porque como me pones tú esa traducción y en español también. Dice, no, eso es injusto y solo, ¿sabes? En plan pones, que es injusto.